And Nellen will play Wells and Godfrey in the back. And Ryan Wells with Ben O'Connor of the lineup for a little while. Just been outstanding, killing some big-time minutes. Back into the Basingstoke zone along with Mogg. Going to continue, but they fought back and got that overtime win. Back across into Billings. He goes through the middle of the ice, plays it wide. Ralph just gets in his lane. Early shot goes wide from Watkins. Good stand-up play by Shankar. He goes off the boards. He's going to go alone, drives it wide. He's got options for Spatafor. Marr makes that save at 16:49 remaining in this first period. They go goaltender Wright, who handles the puck really, really well. Goes back into Mogg. Mogg on the far side. He's going to go alone. He's got Harding going to the crease, and Marr slows that play right down. Vilgas is going to head to the bench. Looks like he lost an edge at the blue line. It's been outstanding for the Wildcats since he's joined the team. Hit that little bit two-game bad patch in the play. And that's against teams just smarten up. They match up. You can't give them space through the neutral zone. Face off with Billings, comes back onto the far side, down to Shankar, drives it wide, gets it through, big rebound in front of the net, looking for Spatafora, goes wide. He goes into Billings, Billings drives it wide, looking for the drop pass, set at the point. Back into the slot, one-timer, big rebound across the slot, good save. Just those tight plays, both these goaltenders play well in traffic. Still looking for Watkins off that one-time shot. Bradley looks to get it free, looking to loose puck back into Billings, goes in behind the net for Watkins. Watkins looking to walk it out back into Bebris. Again, Bebris going on the back end with O'Connor. One time through the middle to Watkins, snipes it through, goes wide. Loose puck, looking to cycle it down low. He's closed down. From Morris on the backside, back into Lipsy. Lipsy plays it in behind, back into Jones. Through the slot, good play, good save. Plou's looking for that loose puck. He's just hanging around the blue line. Good work from Plou's here. He's not giving up that play. Know that Wilson wants to get in behind him. Back in behind, they slow that play down as Basingstoke makes that change, and Swindon. Good shift from Tyler Plou's on that situation. He knows that Hallam Wilson wants to get in behind him for that long stretch pass, but he keeps everything to the outside. Back into Selin, he drives it wide, looking to get it through for the wraparound. Selin goes wide, good save from Marr. It's going to be a good battle in front of that net. Play comes wide, goes off the far side. Selin again looking for that wraparound play. Comes through the crease, Marr makes that save, and Harding and Plou's having a bit of a battle in front of that net. Back into Shankar, he goes wide. Almost turns it across over, but he brings that puck up. Back into Nell, one-on-one goes wide. Good save on the way through. Back out onto the far side. Back into Selin's been tough on the far side, looking for that wraparound play. You got to sense one's going to come. 2 goals last time at the Link Center for him. Back to the slot, Selin. Good goal! 11:14 on the clock. You just kind of sense that play, but just watch the positioning right now. Drifts out of the play. Nobody picks him up right now. Now he jumps up into the hole, plays that play. It says circle outside. We'll get a great look from the GoPro. Right now he's outside the blue line. Nobody picks him up as he comes through the middle of the ice. Now it's too late. Good goal scorers. They'll bear. Back out onto the wing. They come wide for Griffiths. Griffiths again goes back across into Watkins. Good save as Lipsy right in front of the net. When he gets a chance, back across into Ralph. Ralph goes wide. Good pass from Ralph as he clears his lines. Back into Milton. Milton drives it wide. He's got Sanford. Good stick from Hallam Wilson on the play. Keeping Wells. They want to take the shot away from him. Back across into Van der Meracker. Looking for the one-time shot. Back into Vilgas. Good drop down. Goal at 5:08. And that's Watkins. You can see by the fist pump how much that means to him. He's been in a bit out of form right now. You watch the play here as watch Watkins' stick. He's tied up. He finds the gap right now, finds the soft area, and Wilson can't get down to break up that play. But you watch him right now. He's tied up 3-on-1. Now he finds a bit of a soft area. Comes through in the one-time shot. Back out to the far side. Back in the Shankar. He goes wide. Good dish across into Selin. He's a player that the Wildcats got to keep an eye on. Goes wide. Big rebound. Back into Griffiths, he goes off the boards, back in behind the net for Godfrey. Wells has that puck, closed down by Harding. They go D to D, comes across into Selin. He's on that loose puck again through the middle of the ice, back across to Harding. Good save from Marr. Big rebound again. Back into Van den Meraker. It goes wide. Comes across the middle of the ice. Big rebound. Good save on the way through. Back into Shankar behind the blue line. He goes across into Mogg. Goes across ice into Ralph. Ralph goes wide. Nice pass from Tom Ralph on that play. Marr will take the whistle at 17:06 remaining in the sixth. Back in behind. Back across. It comes back into Griffiths. Griffiths has got Lipsy on the far side. Goes across into Watkins. On that play as they come wide. If you get a replay on that play, if we can. As it comes across into Watkins, everybody's going to the net. He wants Bradley to jump into that big gap hole right there. Back into Wells. Wells looking to walk this one through, short side. Good save from Wright. Polton and Pickett again, referees. They want this puck moved whenever possible. They don't want it frozen on the boards. If you just count it down. Comes back into Nell. Big rebound. Good save from Wright on the way through it. 13:43 on the clock. Now trying to get free on that play, but again, Sam Bullis just does enough to slow him down. Back into Cochran. Cochran up onto the blue line, drives it wide, and that's what he does. He got a really good shot. They drop back into that 1-2-2. Play comes off the boards. Back across into Van den Meraker. Goes wide. Good save from Wright on that shot. Back out to Godfrey. Puck goes wide. Right again on the save. Comes across into the far side. They play it outside the line. Trunell trying to keep it in. Back into Van den Meraker. He comes off the boards. Goes wide. Good hit at the middle from Stead and Van den Meraker taking that space away through into Nell. Nell on that loose puck goes wide. Goal from Wildcats. Following that play up. You go to the net. Good things are going to happen. You watch Nell all the way through. It's the hit in behind the net. It's the active stick. And they come through again. Nobody picks up Wildcats through the slot. You got three Basingstoke players, but it's Aaron Nell right now. This is the first play. Then there's the second play, but nobody picks up Wildcats through the slot. Loose puck. Back into Jones, tied up in his skates. Good toe drag from Sanford. Goes back into Shaw. Shaw comes off the boards, keeps the feet moving, looking up to Jones. Give me an icing call, but it's waved off as Smith gets on the end of it. Johnson goes back on the defensive side. He's going to push up now that he's got Smith back into the play. Back into now. It's got time. Good shot. Good save from Marr. Big rebound. Back into Nell. Comes across the ice. Back into Wells. Wells goes into the corner. Goes wide. Back into Wildcats. He's got options. Opens up. Going to tee it up. Blocked on the way in. Tight triangle for the Wildcats as they work it around. So their first goal in the power play went across. Nice back door. Good save from Wright. Looking for Stead in front of that net. And that's where he's got to be active. He's got to bring pressure onto himself. Big unit. Handles the puck really, really well. You want him in front of that net. Banging bodies. Back into the point. Good save. Big rebound. Goes off into the corner. Picked up by Milton. Good work from Milton on this shift. Back to Cathcart. Shot goes wide. So down to the far side. Lipsy plays it wide. Doesn't have the pass there. Comes on to the stick of Stead. He goes wide. Back at the blue line. Marr makes the save. Just bounces off his glove. Still down into the corner for Griffiths. Back into Wells. Wells under pressure. Good stick as again Morris loses an edge. Just make sure that he's all right. Back into Griffiths. Griffiths goes wide. Back into the middle for Watkins. Good hands. Good stick as it works its way through. Big rebound again. Back into Van den Meraker. He goes wide. Cycles the puck down into the corner. Nell's going to let this one ride. Back into Wells. Walks it through. Goal from Ryan Wells from Aaron Nell at 3:17. But watch what Nell does right now. He drops right back. Reads the play well. Tough pass to make here. Comes through into Wells. Bang over the glove. You got to think there's a screen there. But Nell does the work. He drops back. Reads the play. Comes across into Wells. A lot of traffic in front. It's that play right across there. Back into Watkins. Back into the point. Bradley walks the blue line trying to set up that screen in front. But again, good save from Wright. Back down into the corner, picked up onto the far side. Sellen's going to go alone. He drops it across into Shankar. Shankar at the blue line, back to Spatafora, off the bar. Comes across into Sellen at the line again. Great CV. Have a look at the CV on elite prospects. Played in some top leagues. Back out to the point. Good save from Mara on the way through. Deflected wide. He's got this 20 minutes on the clock. Polton at the draw. Back into Shankar. He goes across into Sellen. He goes wide. Free. Still back in behind the net. Comes back through for Spatafora. Looking to get that shot away if he can. Traffic in front of net. Loose puck. Good save from Mar. Big rebound. Puck is cleared back down into the Basingstoke zone, and Swindon make the change up top with Jones and Nell. See a lot of teams, they'll drop that puck back if they can. They see Trish Jones is trying to pick that play off earlier on his PK shift. Back to Spatafora one time. Good goal as they work it through. Spatafora down to Sellen in the corner. As they work it through, gets a bit stretched in the offensive zone, but watch this play develop. You've got to attack, but then you lose sight of where Harding is. You turn your back on the play. Great look on the GoPro from behind the net. Watch Harding's positioning here. He loses forecheck, but he gets his stick set. Still down into the corner. Spatafora on the forecheck. It goes wide through the middle, back onto the stick of Watkins. Watkins going to go alone. He drifts it wide, back on to Griffiths. Griffiths goes to the slot. Good save from right. Puck gets outside. Lipsy on the loose puck, goes back across into the middle for Griffiths. Griffiths has got time at the blue line. Drives it wide, still down into the corner for Griffiths. Back into Watkins. Watkins on that loose puck. Play comes wide. Bebbers keeps it in. On the wraparound for Griffiths, trying to get it free, and they get right holding his post. Puck gets through. Good save from right on the way in. You can see Spatafora and Sound. You can see that play setting up all day long. They drive it wide. Back into Shankar. Drives it wide. Big rebound. Back into Plews. Back into Griffiths. He gets tuned on the boards by Shankar. Big, solid, physical defenseman. Back into Sellen. He goes wide. Goes back into Griffiths. Goes off the side netting. Back into Jones. Back out to the point. The puck comes through. Big rebound, and right covers that puck up. So down into the corner, and that's that play. You've seen what happened with Basingstoke's first goal. Good save from Morris. That play in the corner, everybody gets tied up. Back off the boards, down into the corner for Van den Racker, looking for the wraparound, but good stick from Cochran. Back into Wells. Wells looking for the wraparound, but no option there as Milton closes it down short side. Catches right in the helmet. Back into Johnson. He's got Lipsy in support. Back to Johnson across the middle. Good save. Big rebound. Puck stays out. Great work from Wright on that play. Back out to Watkins. Watkins drives it wide. Looking for that toe drag. One-timer with Jones. Good save on the way through. Back down into the corner for Bebrus. Bebrus goes off the boards into Watkins. Now it's about getting good line matchups. Back across into Nouth. Good save from Mara on the way through. Comes across onto the far side by Stead. Long shift back into Milton. Milton goes wide. Puck's going to be offside if they can play it back inside. Back into Van den Racker. He goes wide. One-on-one. Top shelf. Good save from Wright again. Back into Ralph. Ralph goes wide. Back into the side. Good work from Milton. Milton goes wide. Big rebound. Good save from Marr. 1:22 on the clock, and Basingstoke pulled the goaltender. They got the extra attacker on the ice. So back into the corner. Back into the point. Ice offsides. Waved off. Big rebound as it comes through. Still down into the Swindon zone. They've got time on the clock. The play comes outside the line. Back on the stick of Villias. He drives it wide. Going to put an end to it. It's a goal for the Swindon Wildcats, and that puts this game to bed. It's the battles at the blue line. Lots of loose pucks outside the line. They drive it down low. Big win at the Link Center tonight for the Wildcats. But big victory for the Wildcats as the Sheffield Steel Dogs are up by 3 in their games. Doesn't matter what they do, the Wildcats, they keep winning their games.